Life is a very hard and long road where you will inevitably do some things wrong, which can end up turning into lifelong regrets. From here, there are two options: accept them and be satisfied with your life, or forever drown in a hole that regret left you. But what if there was one more road to take? What if you had a second chance? Sigmund Corp is a fictional company that specializes in memory traversal, in which they can enter anyone's mind and alter their memories to artificially live a fulfilling life, granting the wishes of those on the verge of death. One day, an elderly man by the name of Colin sees one of their commercials and later decides he wants to go through with their procedure when his time comes. However, this causes quite a disruption in his family, as they feel that Colin wants to throw the life they created together away for something make-believe. But in the end, he decides to go through with it anyway. And once again, our favorite agents, Neil and Eva, are on the job. Huh? What do you mean I never made a to the moon video? But honestly, other than the fact that we're jumping back and forth from his childhood and adulthood, nothing from his life seemed out of the ordinary. No terrible trauma, no pills that made you forget trauma, just a pretty simple and normal life. Exploring through his memories, you do find quite a bit of regrets, but they're pretty small things like messing up a landing which made a kid upset, spilling a drink on his honeymoon, and being late to his child's birth. Okay, that one is pretty big, but you get what I mean. Most are small regrets. So this brings up the question, why would a man who seemed to live a happy and fulfilling life want to go back to fix some trivial things like this? And would it even be worth it? I mean, before starting, we already see the problems it's causing his family, so why? Plus, it would probably be very expensive. Which takes us to the elephant in the room, Sigmund Corp and their second chances at life. We all know that life is what it is. Once something is done, there's no going back. Whatever you did today will always be what you did today, whether you regret it or not. This isn't necessarily a bad thing though. It lets us appreciate our life even more and how special and unique it can be. If we always had a second chance at everything, would we even be able to appreciate the good outcomes knowing that we could always redo it, even if it ends up going wrong? This whole dilemma brings us back to Colin. He had already had his happy life, and honestly, he was probably satisfied with it. That is, until he learned of Sigmund Corp and their do-overs in life. If he took the chance, he could redo all the little regrets he seemed to focus on so much while Neil and Eva were exploring his memories. But in doing so, he lost focus of what he did have: his family and all the happy memories he had made with them over his lifetime. Which brings the entire existence of Sigmund Corp into question. What's the point of infinite second chances if all it does is create more and more regrets to fix later? Would it not be better to live the struggle that is life naturally and be satisfied with what you did at the end of it? At the end, even Colin himself seems to realize this. His wish was to make himself happy and satisfied at the end of his life, all while keeping everything the same. But he realized the one thing keeping him from being satisfied is knowing that he could change it, even if only artificially. So what was that to fulfill his wish? Erasing the existence of Sigmund Corp from his memory. After that, he lived his life entirely the same as before, except this time Sigmund Corp never appeared in his life. And at the end of it, he was indeed happy and satisfied, and was once again able to see his imaginary friend Faye one last time before he went. Faye is a whole different video, by the way, but maybe I'll do it later. So, ironically enough, in a game where you control the doctors in charge of fulfilling people's wishes by changing their memory, their whole career is brought into question in several ways. One being the conflicts it can cause with the patient's loved ones, and how their entire existence can give people doubts and regrets at the end of their lives. All because they know they can change it all with one call to the right people. So, what is the right answer? Would second chances truly be able to make people happy? Or would they create an infinite loop of regret, devaluing the life we live with artificial do-overs? Well, viewer, I leave that up to you.